Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Police are asking for the public's help in finding 2 suspects that committed an armed robbery at a business in Summerlin. Good morning and thank you so much for joining us on 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. In your top story, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Metro Police have arrested a man connected to the fatal shooting of a woman in Las Vegas last year, who was also linked to 3 additional murders that happened in the valley between 2021 and 2023. 40-year-old Michael Coleman was arrested on 3 counts of murder and conspiracy to commit murder, according to a media briefing held on Tuesday. He also faces a charge of attempted murder in connection with a separate shooting in 2021.
Are as follows. In May of 2021, Benjamin McCarty was murdered and gunned down in the parking lot of the Pet Boys at the 3900 block of Charleston. Only 6 months later, Marcus Dwayne Larry was murdered in cold blood at the Teriyaki Madness. William Hill was murdered in November of 2022, and he was murdered in front of his residence at the 1100 block of Hassel while he worked on a car.
Coleman is set to appear in court this morning. For the full details, you can visit lvrj.com. And police are asking for the public's help in finding 2 suspects that committed an armed robbery at a business in Summerlin on September 13th, close to 10 p.m. Police say both suspects are male juveniles and both described as wearing black clothing and one of them wearing red underwear. Anyone with information is asked to call police or Crime Stoppers. More than 600 employees from a Las Vegas construction company will be getting back wages after that company was accused of violating labor law. The Department of Labor says employees of Colvin Construction were shortchanged by the company, which failed to pay their employees overtime rates. A federal judge has ordered the company to pay $550,000 in back pay and liquidated damages. In your weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. A cool and fresh start to your morning with temperatures in the 60s going into the 70s by 9 a.m. We'll be seeing sunny skies, expecting a high around 87 degrees. Drier and warmer conditions will be returning over the weekend as temperatures return to the 90s. So enjoy the last couple of days of temperatures in the 80s. Partly cloudy skies for this Friday, but mostly sunny skies will be expected for the rest of the week after that, with overnight lows in the 70s. In business, brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. The Federal Reserve is expected to cut borrowing costs today, making it the first movement since 2020 when rates were set at a 23-year high. LVRJ business reporter Patrick Blennerhassett has more on what this means for the average Las Vegas resident.
And in terms of what Las Vegas residents can do or what they should be aware of is that interest rates are going to start dropping on certain things like credit cards, potential car loans, mortgages. These are all now potentially able to be refinanced. So now is probably, or in the next couple of weeks, is probably a good time to look at some of the interest rates that you have on various loans and whether or not they could be renegotiated.
Sports brought to you by PT's Taverns. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com. The Aces will have home court advantage in the playoffs after their win over the Storm on Tuesday. Final score 85-72 from Seattle. Asia Wilson also broke the WNBA record for rebounds in a season with her 3rd board in the first quarter and 447th of the season. The Aces will have at least the number 4 seed in the playoffs, but can move into the 3 seed with the win over the Dallas Stars in their season finale at Michelob Ultra Arena on Thursday.
In Health, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. A new study suggests drinking 1 to 3 cups of coffee a day can reduce your chances of diabetes. Now, the study found that caffeine drinkers are 41% less likely to develop cardiometabolic diseases. A cup of Joe can be linked to lowering bad cholesterol and dilating blood vessels, but the FDA recommends having no more than 400 milligrams of caffeine per day and to enjoy the drink in moderation. Experts say it's best to consume black coffee to absorb antioxidants and to avoid excess sugar.
Sports betting brought to you by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop.
After scoring 5 touchdowns in Texas's 56-7 win over UTSA, Arch Manning saw his odds to win the Heisman Trophy soar into the top 10. At Caesars Sportsbook, the signal caller is a 6th choice with odds set at plus 1,200, and he has the 7th best odds bet MGM to win the honor at plus 1,500. Manning came into the Longhorns game in the second quarter after Quinn Ewers exited with an oblique and abdominal strain. Ewers began the week as a frontrunner to win the Heisman Trophy.
Vegas Nation brought to you by Station Casinos STN Sports. Download the app today. For the first time in Raiders history, the team had 2 receivers with 9 receptions and 90-plus yards in a game, with Brock Bowers and Devontae Adams totaling 208 yards. Adams spoke on how he fired up the team against the Ravens.
Not rowdy, but had to speak up a little bit and use some voices just to get guys going, and kind of see in everybody's eyes some a switch flipped and look like it, like you said, like a different team.
In lifestyle news brought to you by LV Craft Shows has been bringing you the finest crafting gift show since 1999. Visit lvcraftshows.com for upcoming events. Yelp is turning 20 in October, and to celebrate, it listed the top 20 most photographed and most popular businesses in the U.S., which includes a few locations here in Las Vegas.
So for the most photographed list, Bacchanal Buffet in Caesars Palace came in at number 2, second only to Disneyland. And right behind it, also at Caesars Palace at number 3, is Hell's Kitchen by Chef Gordon Ramsay, where, everyone is photographing the beef Wellington. Also in the most photographed category was the Bellagio Resort itself, and that's not surprising.
Moving on to entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Area 15 is transforming its venue for the spooky season as it gets ready to add on some festive events and experiences. This October, it will be known as Scaria 15, as it will be decked out in spooky Halloween decor with plenty of photo opportunities. Guests can look forward to an array of Halloween events, including a Nevada Day celebration for families, a special Halloween-themed edition of Museum Fiasco, Return of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is an immersive viewing, and a 2-day Scaria 15 massive event with headlining performances. To learn more, you can visit area15.com. Thanks for watching 7 at 7. You can watch us Monday through Friday on streaming platforms like Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and YouTube. Join us weekly at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. to get the latest Las Vegas news updates.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.